Aquarius, August is going to be very profound for almost every single Aquarian, because this is about karmic justice coming back in around, meaning what you put out, you get back, right? Karma. And this is the big, beautiful lead-in for justice, rebalancing your life. And finally, the payout is coming in. If you've been feeling isolated and stuck, this is getting ready to change. Let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Aquarius. Now, what I'm seeing for the month of August, the first thing, and I've been hearing this, I was going to do you first, and I was told, no, wait. So I waited, and I keep hearing this. There's an old saying, it was a commercial, I believe, that it was weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And it's talking about you. That's what my guide is telling me. It's like, you have been pushed down so hard, so many times, Aquarius. Nobody even can conceive what you've been through and how much you've given to other people all the time, every day, probably since the day you were a little kid, maybe since you were born, but definitely as a child. I just see you give, and then you sit. And you sit, and you may have really gone through a lot. You may have been through a lot of manipulative situations, but this is the magic's returning to you. If you've been feeling stuck and isolated, that's getting ready to change, Aquarius. Something's getting ready to come into you, because we have the 10 of Pentacles here. Hold on one sec. I'm getting there. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and it's beautiful. This is your overall outcome for the entire month. The 10 of Pentacles. What you put out, you're going to get back. This is the things that I feel like a lot of you have been really put on hold. So not getting the money that's due to you, the rewards that are due to you, whatever is due to you. It's starting to come in the month of August, probably even a little bit in July. You definitely have it coming en route to you. You have the beautiful card of justice, and that's what I'm talking about. This is like karmic justice, where it works in your favor because of everything that you've done. Nobody understands how you think and how you work and how much heart and soul goes into what you do. And you can fix other people's lives and like that. Just being around them is like a lucky charm for people, where you're high vibrating energy because you're born to connect to the divine. You're born to connect to the stars. You are the star card in the tarot, right? You are the King of Swords, somebody who has fought the battles and won, a true leader in whatever it is you're doing. But the defeat, or the feeling of defeat, that pulling down of, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. That is what's leaving. That is totally leaving for you guys, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. Now you have this beautiful card of moving into a beautiful place of being absolutely confident and fearless. You're fearless. And normally what people say doesn't matter to you, or does it? Sometimes they say things and you act like it doesn't matter, but yet because you are so tender-hearted, you have this beautiful heart that you block from other people. Whether that's due to trust issues, or you just being an Aquarius of wearing it internally as a soundboard to other people. You don't inject what they want you to hear, and you don't fit in with the normal society because you don't feed the ego of somebody who tell them the truth. And that is not an easy path to walk. Oftentimes misconstrued as heartless, but you are not heartless. You're an amazing individual. And I mean, this is a very powerful reading. Another card came out, which is actually you jumping forward. So this is your energy, overall energy, where you are really, you're picking yourself up for the last time. And this may have been over the last 2 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years, and some it can be anything past that. Like, I just see years, a really long time. Some of you, that may be since 2008. I just see you kind of going down and up, and this is the upswing. But this time you're catching the star and you're going to go far. You are not going back to where you've been. You're not going to let these people come back into your life, or these situations and experiences return into your life where it makes you feel suppressed, where you are giving more than receiving. You've learned how to master your life. You've learned how to balance for the most part. It doesn't mean you don't give. You do, but you give and take. Give and take, right? So it's a very positive energy after a really, really challenging situation. Now we're going to look at career and projects and education, your security, okay? This is whatever you invest your resources into. Then we'll look at family and friends. We're going to take a look at romance. And at the end of this reading, I will give you a message, a guided message from Archangel Michael, who has joined me along with another guide that I have around me, and her name is Ali. So when it comes to your career, for some of you, I do feel that you're really worn out. And I will be honest, this card has come out for almost every zodiac sign. Shocker, right? Because it has been quite a year, if not the past 4 years, and so on and so on. Just a lot of exertion. With you run in this high drive energy, and if we don't know how to balance it, it can make us feel like this. But I feel this is happening from whatever you're doing in your work industry. I feel for some of you, you're dealing with people that make you feel really nervous, anxious, a lot of anxiety. You're sleepless, loss of sleep over your job. Look at that, 9-9, right? And that's what I mean. You've got a beautiful outcome starting in the month of August. And again, some of you might have felt it in July, but I really see it coming through in August. And it looks to me like it's the 3rd, 4th week of August. Could be sooner, but that's when I see it, and it's going to continue. I don't see it stopping through the end of the year. There may be a slowdown moment, but it's going to be brief, and then you'll push right past that. Everything in your career, everything in your job, all of this stuff around you, what you do for a living, what you do with your time, if you are not working, this is the time that you put in, creating communities and relationships with your neighbors, is what I just heard. It is changing. It is changing. I feel like some of you are involved, and this may be for the group of you who are not working, retired, or stay-at-home individuals. I feel you've been involved in your community, but more on the outside, like watching them. I feel that this particular community, it may be a subdivision, your next door neighbors, it could be an actual community center you go to, but this community is doing this to you, wearing you out. This could be working at your local church, and I spent years of my life involved with church, Sunday school teacher, single parent leader, vacation Bible school, you name it. I did it for my church for years. I did this, and it does become very exciting, but yet it can wear us out, because it's like we just give so much. And I feel that this community has worn you down, and you're getting ready to change that, where you're pulling your energy back. If you haven't already, you're going to pull your energy back. Now, those of you who have ascended, you've gone from the 3D into the 5D, most definitely, you are going to start feeling more secure. Sounds kind of weird since all of this weird stuff is going on, but the truth is, Aquarius, you already knew what was coming. You picked the sign of Aquarius for a reason. You said, I'm going to go down to earth, the school of lessons, which this is my 8th year doing this. I've been saying this for 8 years, that earth is the school of lessons. This is where we grow as a soul. You already knew what was coming in your particular arena. It's like you already knew. You may have actually had the visions of it because you're highly intuitive. One thing's for sure, you have this Empress, and this Empress is beautiful because it's saying that the changes that are coming in is going to make you feel like you are in a position of strength. You will never be seen as a victim or vulnerable or weak ever again, because you're pulling in your power. Your throat chakra is getting ready to heal. If you're having a little bit of a sore throat, look for the right herbal tea and drink that. Start taking care of it. And also your heart chakra is open. Everything is opening up. Now, this is for the majority of you. It's a general reading, and there are some of you that are still stuck in that old cycle. You are still going to be caught up in this until September or October, and there is a small group of people who will never reach the level that I'm talking about. It doesn't matter what level of your journey you are on. There is big change coming in. And they're saying it's important for you to remember what you think you create. It's not like you don't know anything I'm saying. It's a reminder. That's really what this reading is. They kept saying, tell Aquarius. They've had their booty kicked from one end to the other, and they can get up and they can go further. But you already know that. However, sometimes you need the reinforcement from our beautiful divine beings, our higher self, our higher connection to source, to make sure you're on track. And this is your confirmation of that. You have some significant changes coming in. If you're a grandparent, I feel some of you are saying, no, you're not going to watch the grandbabies. But I do feel that's going to change down the road. Okay, if you're already doing that, you've got a change coming in where you're going to be working more in tune with your grandchildren to be spending time. It may be 2 days a week and not 5, instead of none, you're going to say 2 or 3, something like that, where it's going to be equal. You're going to balance it out so you don't lose yourself by doing this, but yet you're still contributing time with your grandchildren, and of course helping your family, your adult child out as well. Very powerful energy when it comes to career projects and overall security in your life, because you're going to feel secure. The Empress is always feel secure. And if anybody comes in who is unhealthy, who overtakes and knocks her off her game, it will not be for long. It will not be for long. And that might be why a lot of you said no to watching the children, is because you had to make sure you were whole and complete in order to do this. It's distracting. You can't go through this transitional phase and do all the shadow work. It's very challenging. We can, but it is hard because a lot of times we're in a zone. You guys remember going through the awakening process? When you're in that zone, you don't necessarily hear or see what's going on. You know what's going on because your consciousness, although it's not focused there, things are going on. You see a car drive by, but you aren't tuned into it. You're in split mind. And in split mind is not necessarily a good place to be to watch your grandchildren. The overall energy coming in is very, very positive. Now let's take a look at your family and friends. Obviously, we've touched base on some of you when it comes to grandchildren, but I feel it goes so much deeper. These struggles and these challenges and feelings of defeat, a lot of you originated with your family from childbirth, from really young age. And I feel that the family around you is really going to see you, especially if you've been separated from them for a while. All of a sudden, they're going to see you, whatever you're doing, whatever your soul purpose is. Your passion is coming back in. Very, very nice. Your passion is coming back in. Your heart chakra is opening up again. And they are seeing you, who you are today, not who they thought you were. Not who they walked away from, not who you thought you were. This is the healed version of you presenting yourself in a very profound way to the world, whatever it is. As a teacher, for some of you, I do see that. Some of you, it's being a business owner. We have the King of Wands standing out in a spotlight, standing up at a podium. Now, for another group of you, I feel that this King of Wands, who can be a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius individual, I feel they were the ones that really created a lot of stress. This person has a lot of arrogance, and the King of Wands in the reverse is like somebody we don't want to deal with. And it may have started a long time ago. This could be your first love. This may very well be a family member, a parent, or a sibling. But I feel there's some really, a lot of depth with this King of Wands, okay, where they really either made you see the real you, brought you back to being the authentic you. But definitely this King of Wands, see, he doesn't look too happy, right? He's not mean like the Prince of Cups in this deck. He looks evil. This King of Wands has a lot of power behind him, and I feel he knows how to really, well, they're saying work a crowd. So all eyes were on this person. Okay, if this is your a family member, this person have a dark side. They have a real dark side about them. Always dressed nice. They probably smelled good, looked perfect to the point, where they really stood out amongst people. I feel that their ego is very profound, or it was at the time. You could not defy them. You could not tell them anything. Very strong and stubborn in their own right. There's something negative about it. Whoever this person is, they are definitely going to be communication. Some of you, it will be telepathic, but for the most of you, I feel it is going to be actual both, where Mercury's going into retrograde, right? We have that. We have all the planets shifting, and you already know this. We're already in the second Capricorn moon. The new moon is on the way. We have so much stuff coming through in the next several weeks, all the way through, well, I'm hearing November. I definitely see October, but I keep hearing no, it goes through November, where you're going to be feeling a change all the time. But the change for a lot of you is going up. Okay, it's like a circle, the way it's like, if it was a vibration sound, if you were watching it on TV, how it's a circle and it goes bigger and then bigger and then bigger, you know, these circles. That's the way it looks to me, where it's vibrating very high, and you're going to be feeling this, and you're going to start feeling alive again, and you're going to start feeling like you. And I feel Aquarius, and I'm a fellow Aquarian, so I totally understand what they're communicating with you. Let me know if this makes sense to you, because I feel like you have had to really go through a lot for quite some time. Some of you, like I said, it's been since childhood, where it's just, you meet people. They're saying that you meet people who are very manipulative. You're an empath. You are intelligent. Now, to an unhealthy person, a lot of their defeat is to find somebody like you who is strong-willed, who is highly intelligent, really tapped in, and tear you down. And for others, this is just an unhealthy family upbringing that you went through. This coming back around together, it doesn't mean they're going to necessarily be in your life in the future. That you will decide once you meet with them, whether that's telepathically, having a conversation in their head, or in person. And I do feel there is somebody coming in. If it isn't in the month of August, it's going to be within the first couple of weeks of September. Something's coming in. There may be a celebration. There may be a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday. There's something coming in where I feel there will be some type of communication, and you have not heard from them in a long time. Now, some of you may have heard from that person maybe a couple months ago. They popped in and said, hey, through the last Mercury in retrograde, I had that happen. It was the last one. You may be hearing from that person yet one more time as we go forward. Hold on tight, because everything's getting ready to ramp up when it comes to family and everything about Aquarius. Everything is getting ready to change. Very, very good energy is coming through. Remember, your overall energy is the 10 of Pentacles. This is getting your root chakra in order. If you've been having problems with your lower physical part of your body, not only your root chakra, but your sacral chakra and even your solar plexus. I feel the blockages you may have been dealing with, the sense of value or being undervalued. That is what I feel for a lot of you. You are accomplishing this huge change, that shift, this energy shift, that's what's going to do it. But for a lot of you, I'm just seeing in these areas right here, we're going to look at romance in a second, but in all of these areas that I'm talking about, the universe held you still. The divine said, not yet, baby, not yet. And if you kept trying to get up, you may have been like, maybe all of a sudden you felt like you needed to sit down, or you're feeling the dizziness of the change. That's the energy shift that's going on. You're highly sensitive in your body, so you know what I'm talking about. How did it affect you when you felt this change coming through? This may have been since April with that solar eclipse, and some of you it may have been just through the recent 2 Capricorn moons that we've had, full moons that we've had. All right, now let's take a look at romance, because this situation may very well have a lot to do with romance, where whoever this King of Wands is may be somebody that you knew from long ago. But I don't feel when it comes to romance, those of you, here's the King of Wands, that's what I'm talking about. I don't feel that this is negative. I feel like this is a high school sweetheart, or somebody you never dated but you really liked and you guys just didn't. They had a partner, you did it, you never got it together. I see you coming together with somebody from long ago, a long time. And it's going to be very, very positive for a lot of you. This person is going to be so charming. And I'm being shown that you stare at each other and you're just really locked into each other, because you actually are soul connection, and you're going to feel it. If you didn't already know it, you're going to feel it from this person. Now, that's one group of you. You may be balancing out this person. I don't feel it's like necessarily infidelity, but I definitely feel there is something there that has to do with wondering, should I leave my partner for this person, or they are, but there's like, you're going to really connect with this person so well, it's going to make you stop and wonder if this is right. Now, I feel no actual repressed energy from the divine, from the guides, your guidance around you to keep you stuck. If you're not in a healthy relationship, you're not in a relationship, I see that is more by choice. I got to get this done. And just saying I'm kind of done until your heart was healed. And that can take a while. But the beautiful thing is you have this card right here, the Star card. This is you. This represents your connection with the divine, where all of this power is restored in you. Your authentic you that was starting to detach from the time you were born. No, you can't do this. You got to do this. They say to do that. You have to follow this, right? That detaches us from our inner connection to self and the divine, where although Aquarius is so in tune. Oh, they're saying you're so in tune with your body. That's what I heard, where you can feel it inside. But yet the consciousness around you, your thinking was different. That's where you didn't match up. Your unconscious and conscious mind didn't match up. So somebody came in and triggered you, right? Whether it was once years ago by this King of Wands may have triggered you, and it's been so long you've healed it. And for others of you, it's been more recently, over the past 4, 5, 7 years. There is a big wish coming through with this. Healing the heart, clearing out the addictions, and really opening yourself up to being connected to source is going to be so powerful for those of you who are ready to do it. If you didn't feel you made the shift, I guarantee a lot of you already did. You shifted into a new level where things that are happening around you are not happening here. They're happening around you. So I hope that makes sense to you. Let me know if you feel you've already shifted into the new consciousness, the 5D. Some of you need to start meditating a little bit more. That's going to really help you out to feel this anxiety and fatigue and even nausea go away. If it's still there, it should be leaving very soon. You may have felt that really heavy over the last 5 to 6 weeks. I know I personally went through my own stuff, and nausea was one of them, where sometimes it was like I just couldn't. I had to keep drinking water. Remember to drink water if you feel nauseous. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so if you feel you need to go to a doctor, go. This star card is saying once you really get back into meditation, because I feel like a lot of you have stopped meditating. It's not that you don't think it's not value. You know it's of value, but I just see you probably just stopped. Maybe you were too tired and you got in the little kind of habit of not doing it. But they are saying, Aquarius, reconnect. Okay, this is going to help your relationship overall in general, because you have something we're celebrating. You have something coming in with this Ace of Swords that's very beautiful, something that's going to make you cheer. Now for some of you, you are literally meeting a new person, and they can be those zodiac signs that I'm talking about. But this new person, I don't feel you've ever met. I'm talking about a new relationship, not the King of Wands there that I already spoke of. This is a different scenario. This new relationship is out of the blue. It is going to come in. They're showing a grown-up. They're showing me in the vision a grown-up and like coming in like with a stork. Literally, that's what they just showed me. It's adorable, some of the visions they show me, because it's so impactful. I know exactly what they're saying. And I ask and do this if you're not able to do it yet, but ask for clarity. Show me in the way that I understand it. Whoever this new person is, you're going to have them come in, and you're going to know right away who they are. You're just going to be thankful and filled with gratitude. And yes, and finally, those are the words that I'm hearing, and so many others, where this is going to be the real person for you. And it may have taken your entire life, a life of no love or very little love in romance, but this is definitely on the way for you in the month of August. You may meet this person, and then you'll connect later. If you don't date in August, you'll be coming back around. Now let me give you this last message, and then I'll give you whatever Archangel Michael wants you to hear. I do hope you guys are doing well. If you're having any problems, I do have sales and workshops going on. I'll post a link up here. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. What a beautiful, beautiful message for you, and how well it fits with this reading, because you will be guided through this entire month of August. You always are, but I see you accepting, calling in the guidance. Now let me call in Archangel Michael. I am smiling on each and every one of you, no matter where you're at in your journey. The accomplishments, the strides you've made over the years has been remarkable. That is why you are who you are. That is why we want you to stand with us as we look toward helping other people. These are people you have not helped before. The humanity, that is what you came here to do. We will guide you toward helping this group and this group and this group. Call upon my team, and always call upon me as I protect you and lead you in the direction you need to go. Aquarius, you are undefeatable. No one can knock you down. Remember this, and if you feel defeat, just call on us and we will lift you up just enough. They will carry you over that line. So Aquarius, I do hope this helps you. I wish you so much love.